Okay, cool. So then let's get ready for meditation. And we'll do our whole, we'll do a little bit of chanting, then we'll do breath work, and then a scan through the body, scan through the senses, and then I'll reiterate the instructions for feel rest. But before we launch into the chanting, and I think we haven't chanted much in this class. Chanting, man, it is like so incredibly underrated. So let me tell you a little bit about it. So most of us are Westerners, right? Now, it's like, oh yeah, meditation, that sounds good. They've done scientific studies on it. Oh yeah, I believe it. Okay, so, and we're all self-selecting as people that are interested in meditation. But chanting is something that is even more broadly practiced in spiritual traditions than meditation. It's really, really powerful. And there's something about it that, and this is the example I always give, it kind of just brings you to presence, because there's something visceral about it and it clears the mind. It really improves the quality of the following meditation. So I'm going to ask for your kind of credulity, ask for you to give it a shot. And then I'd like for you to actually chant with me. All we're going to do is chant Om 3 times and then chant it, kind of with your whole being, because that really is going to kind of like bring you into presence. Okay, great. So let's just start settling in, pushing up the crown of the head. You can kind of roll the shoulders back just a bit. The chest is up and out just a bit. The chin is tucked. There's a slight forward tilt in the hips, opening up the diaphragm, helping the whole body balance comfortably. And now we're going to inhale the hands to heart center like so, and inhale deeply. Inhale deeply. Okay, good. The next that we're going to do is alternate nostril breathing. Only do this if your hands are reasonably clean. You don't want to give yourself coronavirus or something. So, okay, right hand like so. Block off the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Pinch and retain the breath, pinching both nostrils. Release the right. Exhale out the right. Inhale through the right. Pinch both nostrils, retain the breath. Exhale out the left. Inhale through the left. Pinch and retain both. Release out the right. Okay, good. Now we're going to inhale the hands up like so. Retain the breath. Bring the arms out to the side. Now we start exhaling. The hands are coming towards each other and they'll meet in front of the sternum. Extending the exhale and inhale again. Retain the breath. Bring the arms out to the side. Now exhaling, the hands, they're coming towards each other like so. It's like moving your hands through syrup. Touch, inhale. Retain the breath. Arms are out to the side. Exhaling the hands towards each other, and again moving them through like water or syrup. That kind of really induces mindfulness and concentration. They touch. Inhale once again. Now pivot over to your right side, bringing your arms down, looking over your right shoulder. And then start untwisting and exhaling. Inhale the arms up again. Now we're going to pivot over to your left side. Bring the arms down, look over your left shoulder. Exhale, coming back to center. Inhale the arms up again. Now interlace the fingers, bring the hands down to the head and go over to your right side, Deep stretch in the left side body, retaining the breath. And then exhaling, coming back to center, letting the hands drop, and then inhale deeply. Interlace the fingers down to the head, over to your left side. Deep stretch in the right side body. Exhaling, coming back to center, dropping down the hands into your lap. Okay, good. Now, coming back into the posture, so straightening up, pushing the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. And then finding this place that's between attentiveness and relaxation, so a perfect balance. Now we're going to open up the eyes. And go ahead and defocus the eyes, taking in the whole periphery. And there's this tendency to make what we see into a concept. But I'd like for you to try to rest that inclination. So don't turn anything that you see into a concept. Just have it there in open visual awareness. And then noticing the stillness of all that, the quietness. And closing the eyes. And now looking at the internal visual screen, so internal image thoughts. And you might need to kind of step back just a little bit from the looking, because if we look really too intently, the image thoughts quit arising. So see if you can step back just enough so that you can let them arise. And then notice how they arise up out of quiet, restful awareness, and they recede back into quiet, restful awareness. And they're also made of that. They're also actually made of awareness. And see if you can open up to seeing how whether there's activation or stillness, it's kind of all the same. It all comes from the same place. And that insight might bring about a rest and a stillness now. Okay, good. Now we'll let that go. And now I want you to open up to your auditory experience. So you can hear the sound of my voice. And you can hear the white noise in the background. Noticing how it's all taking care of itself. It's all arising and passing, unbidden, unasked for. Now bring your attention to internal auditory talk, internal auditory thoughts. And you might have to back off the practice just a bit to allow for the auditory thoughts to arise. If you lean in too hard, they just cease. And just letting them all be there. And now see if you can hear how the, we'll call it internal talk, actually is silence. How there's nothing happening. It's all inherently still. And now, I'd like for you to take a deep breath and feel the whole body all at once. Now retain the breath for just a moment. Exhale. Then really lean into paying attention to the restful aspects of the exhale. Okay, good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the body scan that we usually do as part of this sensitizing practice, but we'll do it as a formal feel rest practice, but kind of scaffolded on top of the body scan. Okay. So bring your attention to your feet. And see if you can find sensations of rest there. What is restful here? What feels like rest? And now bring your attention to the calves, the lower legs. See if you can find what is calm, restful, or even absent, or subtle, or too subtle to even notice in the calves and the lower legs. And now feel the upper legs, the thighs. Now try to find what is restful there. And we can note feel or rest or quiet, stillness. Again, the noting or the labeling helps us maintain our mindfulness. And now bring your attention to the hips and note rest, rest. Rest. Now bring your attention to the abdomen. So there's this rising and falling. But see if you can feel the rising and falling as if it were stillness, as if it were rest. And now come to the chest. And what is restful about this? And now bring your attention to the shoulders and upper back. You might have some tension there, and that's perfectly fine. And we'll invite that to rest and to dissipate. And then if once asked to dissipate and leave, it doesn't, well, we can just rest into that. That's fine too. This unconditional acceptance is how we develop equanimity. That's equanimity. And wisdom, not fighting with the way that things are. And now feeling the upper arms. Now bring your attention to the forearms. And now the hands. Intending to see what is restful or feel what is restful in the hands. And now feeling the neck. And now feeling the face. And now feeling the head. And now take a deep breath and feel the whole body all at once. Hold the breath. Now exhale slowly, really noticing how restful this is. Extending the exhale. Okay, good. Now bring your attention to emotional type sensations in the body and in the mind. Noticing what's happening. Noticing any absence of emotion, which is inherently restful, or noticing the disappearance of emotion, which also is restful. Okay, good. So we're done with the kind of opening up of peripheral awareness, although the way we did the body scan was a formal practice. And if anybody would like to just go repeat the body scan as it was done or some other personalized version of that, that would be perfectly fine as a means for doing feel rest. But I'll instruct on the kind of more broad, open, choiceless kind of awareness practice of feel rest. So check in with the entirety of your experience and just see if you can find some space of your experience. That could be your emotional space or your kind of bodily space, and then one aspect of that, one subspace, and see if you can find how there's something not happening there, or kind of a winding down of activation. When the mind wanders, we just catch it and gently bring it back, happy that we've caught it. And remember, this is a noting technique, so you can use notes, use labels to help you stay on task. When the mind wanders, we just catch it, happy that we've caught it, celebrating that we've caught it, and then sweetly back to the primary object of the meditation, which is the sensation, be it on the body level or on the feeling level of rest, of deactivation, wherever it may arise. We can have a narrow focus, maybe just only holding our attention on our feet, for example, paying attention to the sensory experience of rest just there the whole period. Or we could do like a body scan, or we could do kind of choiceless awareness where we just notice the restfulness of whatever comes up in whatever comes up prominently. Or we could do kind of an open awareness version where we take it all in and constantly note how everything is restful. When the mind wanders, we catch it and patiently and persistently just bring it back with this sweetness. As I say, charity starts at home. So if we can't be sweet, kind, charitable with ourselves, do we have any chance of being so with others? And then just noting any aspect of your sensory experience, or rather your somatic or emotional experience as restful, just noticing it and naming it as such. And putting forth gentle effort. When the mind wanders, we just catch it and just sweetly bring it back. Opening up to what is restful. Continuing to put forth effort, gentle effort. We'll keep putting forth effort for another 5 minutes. We'll start wrapping up the meditation. Before we do, just drop everything. Drop any and all technique. Relax the body. And now look at the mind itself. Noticing the openness, receptivity, friendliness, stillness. Open awareness, the natural state. Okay, good. So may we awaken quickly for the benefit of all beings. So I'll go ahead and make a report. That was nice. I enjoyed that. It was very restful. Pretty cool. So we have another 10 minutes, which we can certainly wrap up earlier. But if people have questions or reports from the practice, that's fine. We can take them now. And also if some sort of general practice question, even if it's about meditation, but outside this, the purview of this particular course, we can take that now as well. But while people are ramping up to speak, I'll mention the homework. So, as usual, try to do 6 acts of generosity a day. Yeah, it can be as easy as watering your plants and just having a generous intention accompanied with that. Let's shoot for doing 30 minutes of feel rest practice every day. Also, if you miss a day, no big deal. Just don't try to miss 2 days in a row. There's research that says missing 2 days on a row kind of brings the possibility of kind of being off the wagon very high. But missing a day is not that big a deal. Also, remember to do the micro hits. So they can be micro hits of metta, micro hits of see, hear, feel, but also micro hits of rest. So you're just walking from, let's say, your office to the bathroom, and you just notice, this is easy and restful. You just know rest, rest. Also, remember to do the background practice, which I think rest really is well set up for background practice. So you're doing something stressful maybe, something very engaging, and just in the background, tune into this quality of stillness and rest that pervades your experience. Also, and this is totally extra, but it'd be good to keep up the 10 minutes of walking. So I would recommend doing 10 minutes of walking every other day. So three bouts of walking meditation would be really good. And you can do either auto walk or the lifting, swinging, placing, or the left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, that is it for homework.